everybody. I know you cannot see me, but you will soon. And here. What's up, everyone? We are here at Poor Choices. I'm Extra Girl. This is Tugs, and we're here to chat about just seems like a lot of drama happening in the sphere this recently.
The drums. Oh my lord. Oh shoot.
Drums.
Sorry. I turned my camera off because I'm posting a tweet and I didn't want you guys to look at my concentrating face.
I get that when I play games.
So, oh my gosh. I look back at my play and I'm like,
I do this
what
a lot.
Face that I'm making. Yeah. What is this face? Like, ew.
It's a very ugly face, and I understand it. And I'm still glad people follow me.
Yeah, thank you for not leaving. Appreciate you guys, especially for my raging. When I rage, I was so ragey today. There were F-bombs. It was bad. It was bad. But and also my face that I do. I don't know why you guys follow me, really.
Wait until you get the glasses on. You're like,
oh, I've done that. I have my glasses, and I've actually, so my glasses are for far away. So when I wear them, when I play games, like I see fine, you know, because it's a game, because it's right here. But I will literally, I'm sure my chat can see, I will pull it down sometimes, like the old ladies trying to read.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's so gangster.
It's so bad. I know. I think it's stuck in a bad checkpoint. Oh my God. That made me so ragey. It literally, okay, I'm sorry. I'm playing a Plague Tale Innocence. We're at this certain point, which is really difficult anyway. I can't figure out what I'm doing. And I finally get like close enough to where I need to go. And the character says something like, oh, is it over? Oh, thank God, or whatever. And then she gets killed by the rats. Don't ask. But she gets killed by the rats. And that's where it decided to save the checkpoint. So every time I loaded the checkpoint, she just died. And I'm like, oh my, so I had to start the whole chapter over. And it happened to me 3 times. I was like, ah! Anyway, we're fine. It's fine. It's been a day.
It's all good. It's all good. We have lots of people here. Thank you guys for being here. I got called out for leaving Helldivers. Well, I did say I had 15 minutes. I had a hard out. And I said it in chat and I said it in voice chat. So he knew what he was doing.
Listen, it's not her fault that Mike wasn't listening, okay?
Yes. But I did say up the difficulty for fun. But I guess in our little sphere online, there's a lot of I guess there's always business, but I just hate the idea that people are fighting so much, and there are such good points that are brought up by different groups of people. And as we've said on this channel, you'll listen to things, take things into note, and see what works for you. No one has the perfect 100% advice. And I just hate when we get to the blame game where it's like, you suck, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
I can't with all the drama just in general. I mean, this is off topic and not our topic, so that's a whole, maybe I'll go live at some point and talk about it, but I unfollowed a couple of people. I was like, I can't with your drama. Like, stop.
Like the relationship drama?
No, just like people in the community. People that are just constantly I mean, it doesn't matter, but people just who can't, like, grow up. You're in your 40s. Like, let's settle down. You know what I mean? It doesn't, just because you don't like what A, B, and C is doing, and this applies to what we talk about in general. Anyway, just because you don't like what this person is doing doesn't mean that you have to act like a petty, jealous bia towards that person 24/7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
it's really cool. It's called the mute button or the unfollow button if you don't, you know, or both. I don't know. I recently had to unfollow somebody on Twitter and I was like, I can't take your drama like, I can't. You just 24/7. It's this person making fun of this person, and it's the same guy making fun of these people. And I'm like, you're almost 50. Please, like, stop. Like, stop it. I can't.
I mean, I don't know who you're talking about specifically, but I will say this corner of the internet is mostly men, so I can only guess that it's majority men. Who knows? But today we're actually talking about women.
Yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent. Maybe I'll go live on my channel one of these days and rant about it. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, D-Day. right here, Mean Girls, grown AS fan edition, maybe. And yes, maybe she's probably talking about Cappy, and Cappy's gonna get bed, so it's all good now.
Cappy, go to bed.
Before we start, Psychotic Mongoose, thank you for the gifted membership. I don't think you got it that time, but thank you.
That's poor Mongoose.
Yeah. And Jason Webster, for 2 Australian. By the way, Jason, it was so weird seeing you not type with a what is the descriptive word before a noun again?
Adjectives
with the names. But I understand because there were so many people in the chat or in the panel on Simcast. So hi to the vivacious Exer Girl and Spirited Tugs. Hello there, Jason.
I am spirited today, Jason. I'm coming in hot.
She's fired up.
No, I was fired up today.
I was, lazy. I was tired. Yesterday I was a little spirited, but then
she was fired up. I've carried it over because I'm Italian. I can't just let anything go right away. Eventually I'll let it go, but it usually takes me 24 to 48 hours, all right, to let it go. But now on top of the fired up that I already was, the stupid game was being stupid, and I'm just like, I'm ready to
go. But in any case, let's get to our first one. Do we want to do the Red Pill versus Conservative or Nala versus Pearl first?
Okay, Nala is the redheaded corn star that we all know and love, right? That Nala?
Yeah. Or should we start
either way? We start with
I have something for a joke.
Whichever you would like. I feel like the joke should be in the middle.
Okay, let's do that then. So let's start with
Nala. Why don't you pick it out? That way we can balance, I'm reading.
By the way,
her hair is so fantastic. She looks like Ariel. Kind of.
Yeah, like a slutty Ariel, but
the Little Mermaid. You know what I mean? Okay, all right, I'm done.
All right. Let's go.
God, what is going on now? This poor girl. Okay, here we go.
This is absolutely crazy to me. Watch.
Our sex worker Michael Knowles go back and forth about me saying I need prayers. You guys keep saying I'm obsessed. I just want the truth to.
So you want the truth? This is the truth. The truth is that I got absolutely radically saved by Christ.
Okay, before she goes on her little rant, she wants to know the truth. What does she expect to get from this? Like for her to just admit the truth that she wants her to admit? And I'm saying
I don't know. You would talk about Pearl saying, "I want the truth. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth." You can't handle the truth. Okay, I'm done. Pearl, I will never know, and neither will Michael Knowles. And kudos to Michael Knowles. I haven't watched the whole interview, but I did see clips. He's very level-headed. He's very, that's a really great interview. He doesn't accuse. He doesn't go one way or the other. He just, kudos to Knowles. Anywho, we will never know the truth. This is what is killing me about this whole Nala thing is people are like, I don't trust her where she says. We need to call out these fake A, B, and C's. Whatever. Okay, pick a name. We don't know. That's the point. We can't read minds. We can't see into a person's heart. And until it comes out one way or another with solid proof that she's duping everybody or not duping everybody with solid proof, only God knows what is truly in her heart, and she will have to answer for it at the end of her life. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
Like you're never going to know. You're never going to know for sure. Never.
I think the biggest thing that I've learned in a lot of the relationships I've been in is, when you're trying to talk about, let's improve this, let's improve that. Talk is great, but until I see results, I don't tend to believe you. Now, I think it's good for her to show that maybe, sure, I can change my work life to something more positive for myself mentally, physically, emotionally. And, until we see her either relapse into OF or continue this trajectory, what does it matter that she is that you're trying to say, I need the truth from you? Who are you to her, Pearl? Are you her family? Are you her friends? Are you her boyfriend? You mean nothing to her, and she means nothing to you. You have no right to demand this either.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And at the end of the day, and this is going to set the chat off, but at the end of the day, even if she ends up being a little snake, and a false whatever,
relapse into
put
OF.
a nerve here, right? Relapse, whatever, and she ends up being false, and she's just doing for the clicks because this is cool now, whatever. If her changing, whether it ends up being false or not, ends up sending somebody else truly to stop living this lifestyle or lifestyle similar or whatever and turning to Christ or whatever, a different religion, whatever, or turning to Christ and truly saving themselves, that's a win in my book, in my personal opinion. And yes, we do believe her, and until we're proven wrong. And so far, I personally have not been proven wrong. We talked about this when she very first did it and how she can't delete her OnlyFans for a certain amount of time until the last subscriber runs out. God only knows how long that's going to take, kind of thing. So we as a religious whole, and I say this as Christians, yes, you are supposed to believe. Oh my gosh, thank God. Another person saved. Heck yeah. And then if she's lying and we find that out, well, then you pray for her and you hope that she truly does turn her ways, and if she doesn't, she'll have to answer to Jesus when she dies. And that's, Godspeed. Good luck, lady. But that's not our problem. You know what I mean? It's just
why does it have to be your problem, Pearl?
Yeah.
What does it have to do with you besides, of course, grifting? I mean, we're doing the same thing. The fact that they're talking about each other, and we're grifting off their personal problems with each other. I do think that, sure, Nala put herself out there, was very promiscuous looking on whatever podcast, however many times she was on there. And then to come to this moment where she's turned her life around. Okay, yeah, you're allowed to talk to her, but can you make demands? You can try. But I guess you'll get videos like this.
Yeah. It just is so crazy to me. And I've seen people rip her apart, like, oh, I don't believe her because she stumbled on this word and blah, blah, blah. Like, I stumble on my words all the time. If you throw a question at me and I'm not prepared for it, or I'm not prepared to think that deeply, I'm like, and I may contradict myself. You know what I mean? Or I may say things that, well, but earlier you said this and it doesn't line up and that's kind of weird. Blah, blah, blah. What?
Yep. We are grifting
We're
right now.
So
by doing
she may be grifting. Pearl's definitely grifting. Everybody's grifting because why not? I mean, we are right now. It's cool. It's popular to talk about. I personally, from the little I have seen, and I've not jumped down the rabbit hole because I have so many rabbit holes. The little that I personally have seen, I believe her. I mean, look at the way she's dressed. She's got a t-shirt on. Okay. Now this girl, if you go back to her TikTok, a few months ago, that girl is like, I mean, she's, sis, but please put a jacket on kind of situation. Okay. And she's acting a certain way, just the way she carries herself. There's another girl on TikTok, Ali Yost. I've shared her stuff before on my Instagram. If you go to her page and you go to her page 2 years ago, which is when she did her, oh my God, what have I been doing my whole life? And she started she is hardcore following Christ. That's all she talks about now. People in the comments, and they've said it to Nala too, is you talk about him too much, you're compensating, blah, 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 blah. And I think that we have, as a whole, we're not used to that. As a whole, Melanie does it. People call her out for it. You talk about him too much. She's everything, blah, blah, blah. It's everything God. It's everything Jesus, blah, 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 whatever. Like that makes it fake because you're compensating. Well, no, we're just used to people doing it on the sidelines. So if you were to go back to Ali Yost's old stuff from 2 years ago, you would be like, oh yeah, this girl's totally faking it too. But she's the genuine article. And you can see it in the way she carries herself. You can see it in the way that she just glows. And Nala, in my personal opinion, has that same, not quite as much as Ali because she's newer to the change, to the acceptance, to the faith, to whatever term you want to use. But she has that same glow about her. And this is the most clothes I've seen her wear in, I don't know, how long have we been following whatever podcast? A year?
Yeah. So Little Sausage brings up a good point. It's not just converts. And so he says lots of time converts go a little overboard at first. But think about people who go fitness, who are addicts or stuff like that. You have to go in so headstrong to change your life. And it's not necessarily a bad thing because this is a major change for her. Like, this is a different outlook. She's turned herself to a new faith, loving someone like God else that's not just herself, and stop being selfish. And sometimes you have to go a little overboard in order to make sure that habit is solidified. Right? And it's the same with working out. Everyone knows that person who starts working out. Oh my God, eggs
That's
are
all they
so
post
good.
about. Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm at the gym. Oh my God, look at my lunch. It's so fit, isn't it? So
I'm down 10 pounds and it's only been 3 weeks. Blah, blah, blah. That's all they talk about. Anybody. And that's fine. But you could say the same thing, especially if they do CrossFit. Good God. But yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. So I know most of the guys in chat do not believe her, are very cautious of her. So
I mean, and that's I mean, I get why people are. I get it. You know, especially in this day and age, you know, fame is so easy. You could jump on a trend at any moment. I totally understand. But as Christians, you give the benefit of the doubt and you pray and you say, yep. And that doesn't mean you have to like trust them with your life or trust them with your bank account or anything like that. But you give, you know what? I believe you. And I'm so glad Jesus has saved you. And you still continue to pray over them and you say, thank you, God, and blah, 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 blah. And then when it turns out to be false, then she has to deal with that, not you. That's not your, she's done nothing to us. She's done nothing to us.
Is this true? Her YouTube profile says Wago Queen cosplayer. Girl. Juego is that like cross-eyed look with the tongue out.
Oh, she was like, she's not wrong. That was her signature pose, wasn't it?
But like those are not mutually exclusive, you know. That's fine if she's probably still good at doing it. To be fair, she was good at doing it. I look ridiculous if I tried to do it. She looks at least, you know, hot.
She looks cute doing it. The comparison to those of us who are old is like in the 90s where you like just want to kind of the same like that.
I mean, it is ironic, I suppose. It's just fun.
It just wasn't in a sexual way. It was more of like, make a funny face and you're like,
oh God. Oh yeah, you don't want to piss me off. I can kick a person really well.
And you can also accidentally whack somebody in the balls real well too.
I can also lift a J, Drunk 3PO, very easily.
And that's saying something because Drunk 3PO, for those of you who've not met him in person, is a huge dude.
But also it's because I'm 9 feet tall, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Jabuz, look at you being so positive. I don't care if she's faking. I hope it's real. She's doing a good thing.
Yes. And that's why, right. She's doing a good thing. And if she convinces somebody else in the industry, somebody else, even if it's just one person, to go, my gosh, what am I doing with my life? Like, she's so right. Look how happy she is and how fulfilled she feels. I don't feel any of that. I want to turn to Jesus too. Boom, done. That's 2 people saved, maybe 1, but 2 people saved. Done. There we go. Suck it, devil. You know what I mean? That's that's great. That's great.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what she has to say.
Absolutely radically saved by truth. The truth is that I got absolutely radically saved by Christ. And when I say radically saved, it's because I came out of such an incredibly dark place in my life. So dark that I had suicidal thoughts, so dark that I felt numb inside, so dark that I lost my family, so dark that I couldn't hold on to friends or family, and the only thing I had was materialistic things. So we're talking about the truth here. What truth is it that you want to hear? I know that you want me to get off of social media for a minimum of 5 years. You want me to not wear makeup. You want me to change my hair. But the fact of the matter is that I wear my shame on the outside for everyone to see what Christ has done for me.
I will say I don't understand that part.
What do you mean? Which part?
That she wears her makeup and hair like that so that she shows shame.
Is that what she said? Wait, play it back.
Wears her shame on the outside.
Oh no, she's not talking about the hair and makeup. She's talking about how she wears her shame on the outside, as in like
It's
she's
two
not afraid.
separate sentences, but they were together.
Yeah, the captions are weird. I think it's two separate sentences. She's talking about how she wears her shame on the outside, as in like she is not hiding from the bullcrap, disgusting things she's done and her shame that she has done. The way she has shamed God, she's not hiding behind it. This is what she's saying.
Okay, so that's probably
minimum of 5 years. You want me
I will say that the easiest way to recenter yourself is to get off social media, though, and
That's fair.
Yeah, to be in a dark place and to have all those feelings and to have so much outside validation that is not people that are integral to your life, you do have a lot of mental issues. And of course, she is getting so many men and maybe women too, just fawning all over her. You're beautiful, this and that, and it's that could mess with you. That can mess with you. Bean, I don't think you can refund on OF, but I could be wrong.
I honestly don't. I know we talked about this at the beginning, because people were like, "Well, she hasn't deleted her OnlyFans. It's still up. She deleted the content or hid the content, or I don't know. I don't have one, so I don't know." But we did find out that you can't delete your account as a OnlyFans creator until the last subscribers subscription runs out. So if they subscribe for a year, you have to wait a year, which is a silly policy to me. You would think you could just end it and then they get refunded the difference. But what do I know? I don't know. So that's what we found out the last time we talked about her, which was, I don't know, what, a month ago? Maybe?
Yeah. So this is if this is how you want to feel, never trust a whore is a thing more people need to be told when they're young.
Okay.
That is very fair, but also, do we persecute everyone for everything they have done in their past? And not to bring up Gary, but obviously Gary has had a very seedy past and he's repented for it. Do we still persecute him for it? I think that this is maybe, of course, I'm taking it just for face value on the sentence you wrote there, but I just don't believe that you should always judge 100% of a person on what they've done, especially when it's years before. And she's trying.
And on a religious note, if you are religious, never trust a whore. Jesus trusted Mary Magdalene. He trusted her so much that she and Mary were one of the 3 women that found out that Jesus had resurrected out of the tomb. And she was a prostitute.
Yeah, well, that's true. Some people will never let Gary forget.
So.
And yes, what do we mean by trust? If we're trying to dissect it all, but I don't know. I know enough people who've had maybe not to the level of Nala.
Yeah, I mean, you know what the thing is, though. But the thing is, and I've said this on Twitter. Melanie has said this on Twitter. There is no sin or sinner that cannot be forgiven. There isn't. Period. If you truly mean it in your heart, and you have done terrible things in your past, and you come to an awakening, whatever that means for you, and you go, oh my gosh, what is going on? Kind of thing, right?
Look at Leanne, okay? I love Leanne. She's a previous stripper. Obviously, she's done OF. And she also tries to help people who have been trafficked. Like, that was a shock to me.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, it's like, okay, she's actually trying to enact change. And, I mean, she even deleted her OF. So people can change, in my opinion. But I see it in what she's said and done. We'll see if we can agree with the same with Nala.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not comparing Gary to this broad. I was comparing that sentence to that I brought up previously. No, I would never compare Gary to her. She can actually
completely different things. First of all, drugs, sex, not the same. Sometimes they coincide, but not this. It's
no.
We love you, Gary.
All right, let's keep going.
To not wear makeup. You want me to change my hair. But the fact of the matter is that I wear my shame on the outside for everyone to see what Christ has done for me. That is the absolute truth. I know that you don't want me a part of society. Clearly, you don't want me a part of social media, but that's just wrong because the Bible is truly talking about the word of your testimony. I'm going to share it right here. So the Bible says here in Revelations 12:11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. So that Bible verse is specifically talking about people with a testimony. And if you know and love Christ and Christ has saved you, you have a testimony. It doesn't matter what you did in your past, who you were, who you hung out with, what you said, believed, listened to. That is your testimony, the testimony that Christ gave you when he saved you. Not everyone gets saved in church, okay? I got saved in the middle of my living room alone. So I, again, don't understand why I'm not even saying persecuted. I'm not being persecuted by any means because Jesus was the one that was persecuted. Now, as Christians, sometimes we are persecuted, but I don't feel persecuted by this. I just want to bring the truth out. If you're genuinely looking for the truth, that is it. I got radically saved. And
I have a question, chat, because everyone here, well, not everyone, a good amount. So we have, she's a good businesswoman. She is making money from this transition. Okay. I'm not denying it. This chick is full of poop. What could she have done to make you believe her?
Well, according to this person, and this is just not true. Nightmare says, love you, Nightmare, but you're wrong. This is attention-seeking behavior. If she meant it, she'd be trying to live a more private life. No. Our job as followers of Jesus is to spread the word, and that is what she is doing. It doesn't mean that you have to go live a little hermit in a little house out there and live a more private life. No. Do you think Melanie Mack should be living a more private life? She's doing the same thing. She preaches about God and Jesus all over Twitter, all over her TikTok, all over her Instagram. She makes a whole YouTube channel about reading passages from the Bible. Is that a private life? No. But suddenly this is a problem. No. Nope. Private life does not mean anything. And unfortunately, social media is where now you preach, is where now you spread the word of God, whereas now you spread your gospel, whereas now you spread your story of being saved, your testimony, as she calls it, which is she's right. That's where you spread it now. 100 years ago, it's knocking on people's door or talking in the streets or whatever. It's the modern times. Social media is corn, says DJ Direwolf. You're not wrong. However, it can also be very good. There's nothing inherently 100% wrong with social media. Do people use it for wrong things? Yes.
What makes
everybody is
Melanie
attention seeking on the internet?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what makes Melanie less attention seeking or none attention seeking than Nala? Because Nala is replying to Pearl in this post.
Yeah.
So
everybody on the internet is attention seeking. That's the point of the internet. Yeah. You are attention seeking. Melanie is attention seeking, and it's not bad. I'm not insulting her. I love Melanie. Is to spread the word of God. That is her point. She talks about Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, and she plays her video games and all that stuff. Yes, but she also talks about Christ. She's doing the same thing. Now, has she been a follower longer? Yes, but even she talks about her past, and she was like, "Listen, she wasn't an OnlyFans model, but she whatever her past was." Mm-hmm. What is the difference? Why is this different? She's attention seeking, but somebody like Melanie, somebody like Ali Yost, somebody like Judy. What the heck is the pastor's name? Whose name I think I can picture her now. Judy. Oh God, they're not attention seeking.
No, we're not attacking you guys. I'm just trying to.
No, I have serious questions because that doesn't make sense to me. The whole point is to be. Yes, you want attention to you when you're talking about Christ. Not like in the glorify me way, in a listen to the way that I was saved and you can be too way. But you have to pay attention to somebody to do that.
Look, if Nala went after Pearl and attacked her and was like, "You suck, you're the worst," said things like that, I would maybe I would 100% say she's more attention seeking, but she's decided to turn this from what she said, Pearl said, to a positive. But I know everyone's allowed their opinions. But I think questioning this is good. Questioning us is good. You're doing the right thing, as we've wanted people to do, not follow lemmings off of the cliff. We don't want that. Oh God. Tell her to go live with the monks in Tibet for a year or two. You know how hard it is? Okay, I was talking to my mom. She's off on a silent retreat right now. It is really crazy how much you contemplate and reflect life and thoughts in your head. And I truly believe, like, if you can do that, you can do anything. Sorry, I'm reading chat as fast as I can while reading my own thoughts.
I'm not seeing any answers necessarily. So the girl says this problem is religion. She speaks about, what are you talking about? Nala is saying that
against religion.
Organized religion is the devil incarnate.
What?
Okay, that's a little dramatic. But organized religion is not the same as it was, and she has every right to speak out against organized religion. I don't like organized religion either. There's a difference. You don't have to go to church and drop your money into a little pot. And in order to be saved by God, you can literally just sit on a rock and talk to him, and he'll help you out. Like, that was the whole point. The church has lost its way, and that's organized religion is the church. The church has lost its way very, very badly. So she's not wrong, but that's just me. That's just me and my experience. So
I'm staying out of that one.
That's just my personal experience. Everybody has a different one, I'm sure, but yeah.
Oh God. I guess there's some of these super chats I kind of want to. This one at least. Darian for $9.99. Thank you. Nala is still with her corn management company. She is also still selling to her OF customers. Pearl has shown screenshot proofs. Christians should have discernment. It's a fruit of the spirit. I would like to see said proof. Then we'll do some research. I'll do some research. I'll have to take a look. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch Pearl's content religiously. Whatever clips come online like this. So we'll have to see. And like I said, if the proof is there, then I'll believe you. But I have
is
to
it
see
in the pudding? Is it in the pudding?
I can't eat pudding. It's too much sugar.
You gotta make a carnivore pudding, an egg pudding. That'd be good.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
I'm so thankful that I want to share it with everyone. Again, my shame is worn on the outside, but it is so people can see what Christ did inside of me. God did not choose me because of what I looked like or didn't look like. That doesn't matter at all. It's what was in my heart. And when I was ready to accept Christ, I said yes. In the middle of my living room, sobbing because I had no one at all. I was alone. I had nothing. And Christ found me. And I was right there listening and ready to hear what he had to say to me and ready to accept that precious gift of life that he offers every single one of us, not just me. Okay? And another thing you said here.
The problem with it. Jesus hated false prophets. He hated them.
All right, so
is that true? I don't really know.
Jesus can't hate, so no. But I think where she's going with this, and I could be wrong. We'll see where Pearl goes with that. Pearl may be referencing the part where he flips the table in the church. But that wasn't. Jesus can't hate. He doesn't hate anybody. He doesn't hate anyone. He loves everybody. He's maybe disappointed in some people's choices. But she may be referencing, I don't know what she's referencing, to be honest, but she may be referencing the table flipping. And if I remember that right, that was because the church, this little church, was falsely making people like giving tithes and things like that. Like, oh, you're not welcome here unless you donate. I don't remember all of it. Somebody in the chat can correct me and give more detail. And he went in there and just absolutely rickety wrecked the place. And it was awesome. And he was like, I will whip all of you. He didn't hate them though. He just was like, knock your shit off. And that's when a lot of it he comes from. He's like, listen, you don't need to find me in this building with all these priests and pastors. You can find me here. And he does his Sermon on the Mount is outside. It's not in a building. It's outside on a rock, on a hill, talking about his father and this and that and the other. And people followed him that way.
Yeah.
You have to be
Now,
sitting in. It's crazy.
Phoebe,
Money changes.
this is a good question. But also we're on social media. I don't use my birth name here.
Yeah,
No,
I
wait,
don't either.
sorry, Extra Girl is my birth name.
I don't.
So I understand if she doesn't, because out of safety concerns. I mean, America, you can find a lot with a name. A name is very powerful.
Yeah.
So I understand it. Let's see what she alludes to. Yes, it's not my name. No, it is. Sorry.
So let's really
Name
talk
my
about
father's
what a
house
false
a den of
prophet
thieves.
is. So I
Yes.
brought up the definition for you if you're really unclear about it. Okay, it says that a false prophet in religion, a false prophet is person who falsely claims the gift of prophecy or divine inspiration or to speak for God, or who makes such claims for evil ends. Often someone who is considered a true prophet.
I will say she has not claimed to be a prophet, so
No.
not a false.
And nobody is saying she's a prophet, at least that I've seen.
Yeah.
Prophets are and do we have prophets in? Yes. Yes, we do. Never mind.
So
yeah, no, she's not coming that way. I don't know where that's coming from. False prophet. Just because, so basically what Pearl, at least the way I'm gathering this, is because she is speaking
Jesus.
out
Hey,
about God and about Jesus now on her social media. That's all she's doing now. She's flipped it. Okay. That makes her a false prophet. But just because you talk about God doesn't make you a false prophet. Making false promises in the name of God would make you a false prophet. I'm trying to think of another example. I don't know. But like saying like, oh, if you follow Jesus, you will get everything you've ever wanted. That's false prophecy. Like, that's not how that works.
I guess that was
That's
debunked
weird.
quickly.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
have some kind of divine inspiration on God. What I'm literally and clearly and truthfully doing is sharing what God did for me, which is not a lie, because one, you weren't there at all. I just seemed to like pop up in your radar because my story just kind of blew up, which was also God's doing. I ran the risk completely of losing my entire following because I became a Christian. So Jesus had other plans, which was incredible. But if his plan for me was to get off social media, I would listen to him, not listen to you. So I just want to run these things by you because one, you seem like I'm lying about some big thing in my life. I'm really sorry you feel that way. And the reason I said to Michael Knowles was that I needed to pray for you was because I genuinely am praying for you, because someone saying these things about someone else's walk with Christ, truly, I don't think personally has experienced loves Christ in the least bit. So
Oh, well, she brings up good points. The exact same ones we
does,
did.
because Pearl has stated that she's Catholic. Now the Catholics, no, don't jump on me, chap. But in my personal experience, the Catholics are a bunch of petty, bitter people. So I guess that aligns. But if you believe in God, Catholic, Protestant, Baptist, whatever, you being this hateful and you being this judgy is not whatever she just said. Like, no, yeah, you're coming at her saying that she's false because why? Because she's talking about it. But she's right. Everybody's testimony is different. Some people find God in the literal church while they're at church and they've never been to church before, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing and I love this. Most people, if they're not raised in it, and even then they falter, most of us, I would say most people, find God truly when they're at the lowest of their low and they have nothing else to do. Like, what else can I do at this point in my life but pray and hope he answers me? And he does. And sometimes that answer is, you're an idiot. Get your shit together. But it still works. Like, everybody's walk is different. You can go into a church of true believers and ask every single one of them, how did you find God? What was your journey? And everybody is different. But the common denominator is people sitting at the bottom of their barrels, whatever that barrel is for you, going, I need help. I don't know what else to do. And sometimes that involves unaliving yourself, as she said, been there. Sometimes that involves drinking yourself into a stupor. Sometimes that involves just sitting around going, what am I doing? What am I doing? It just depends. It depends. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. So she's right.
Okay. All right. So just gonna get some super chats before we continue here. Darian for 499, Jesus and God can hate. God said, I love Jacob and I have hated Esau. Is that how you say it? Esau?
I think so. Esau, I think. I've always said Esau. I don't know the correct pronunciation, but you're talking about Genesis, which was wiped out by Jesus. So next, please. Thank you so much.
Okay. I like I said, no idea about religion.
People always refer to Genesis. Genesis is no longer valid, guys. Jesus came down. He set a whole new set of rules. Okay, anyway, that's a whole new story.
Hoagie's member for 21 months says, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. I was late for poor choices. You are forgiven.
Oh, Hoagies. That will be 9 whacks with the tails for you. No, please don't.
9 sips of wine. Jason Webster for 5 Australian says, never mess with Tugs or she'll go full female Vincenzo Casano on your butt. Jason. And Jason with another 5 says, if Exergo will be my bodyguard, I can be her long lost pal. Anyways, thank you, Jason.
Esau. Sorry, Esau.
Nightmare for 2 says, God forgives, but I don't. Well, that's your prerogative. You're allowed.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Darian for 499. Proof about Nala is in Pearl's line video called "The Bible Thumpers Are Useful Idiots." Screenshot at 4056. Chat asked me for proof. Which thank you by the way, because I am going to pull that up.
Ooh, she's gonna pull it right me out. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, you found that already? That was so quick.
Oh no, because as soon as it came in, I
Oh, fair. All right.
Let me just.
I can't even read this. What does this even say?
Yeah. Let me put this to 1080p.
Is that?
So this is the Telegram, and it's sideways. So I don't know if I can flip.
Telegram? People actually use that? I don't know how to flip it. Okay.
I don't think you can. Let me just the way he flipped it. He's got it like this.
Let me print screen. I'm gonna print screen.
With this automatically suspicious, bro. You bring in this screenshot and you don't rotate it, my guy. Get it together.
No, I think it's just a camera thing. I won't go after him, but I did download it. I'm just gonna flip it for y'all so that we can see this better because I want to see. I just didn't know that people actually use Telegram.
I didn't even know it still was existence. While you're doing that, Paul says, Jesus fulfilled the law. He was the last sacrifice, and everyone who has accepted him as their savior and repents is forgiven. Is it a gift? It is a gift, so no one can boast about being saved. Well, there's that too.
Okay, so this is like a menu. Nala Ray. I guess there's a check mark. Dude, how do you see 300 messages and not get to them?
Right. Good God. Okay, wait, but so that's his proof is that list, which I can't see because it's super tiny, but is there a date on there?
Last seen recently, April 9th. So 2 weeks ago.
Wait, that's when he saw it or she saw it? Wait, who's who?
I'm guessing he has messaged Nala. This is Nala on the left. Green is whoever this guy is.
And the green says last seen? April 9th? Or hers is sent April 9th?
Doesn't matter. The last message was on April 9th. LOL, 100% real. I'm questioning because it's Telegram. I'm so sorry. I thought that stuff was fake. I didn't know Telegram was real. I've never used it. All I see on everything, by the way, a lot of comments on videos. You want a prize? Message me on Telegram. You've seen those,
I
right?
love. Okay, here's the thing, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing here. Me personally, everybody's like, "Oh, boom, blah blah blah." Last seen recently. So if you go on Facebook Messenger, even if you don't message anybody, if you go on Facebook Messenger, it tells you like, "Oh, Extra Girl was last active an hour ago." Okay. Oh, your message was seen at 9:55, but you may not have responded. There is no date. There's no date. This is screenshot this way on purpose, okay? There is no date. The white box is her, supposedly, which is fine. The white box is her sending, hey, this is what I do, how much you want to pay. When did she say that message? When did she send it? When did she send that message is what I would like to know. He said on April 9th, is this the real Nala or a fake account? And she said, LOL, and responded like, yes, this is me. But when did she send the original message with the prices? And I want to know. And he calls her out and she doesn't respond. I wouldn't respond either. You want to question me? Fuck off. You know what I mean? So there's that. I want to know when she sent this original message. Where's that? Is that on there? Where's that date? It's conveniently cropped. Where is that date?
Okay, I will.
don't know.
It doesn't matter about all that stuff to me. Well, actually, this is a screenshot. Let me see on the video. Is this like the actual picture or is this a screenshot? Here, we'll go back to this just out of curiosity. Because I remember when a lot of stuff came up and screenshots versus video makes a big difference.
I mean, that's all I would like to know.
The menu.
That's all I would like to know.
But it says how much ? As in like how much content are you trying to purchase? And then the person says, is this the real Nala or a fake account? It says LOL, 100% real. And then the person says, I thought you converted to Christianity though. Why are you still selling P content? Just asking out of curiosity. Still interested in purchasing a video? ? She's not responding.
I wouldn't respond either.
What day was that?
Okay. Like I said, I believe screenshot videos because it is harder to doctor a screenshot video versus a screenshot. Don't know for sure if this is real or not. Like I said, I didn't know Telegram was real. I can't believe it's real. A lot of people in chats are like, Nightmare, you have Telegram?
Yeah, it's last seen recently because she sees the message. It's like when you send somebody an iMessage on an iPhone and it says read at 8:52.
No.
Like what? That's the same thing. That doesn't mean anything. My point is that I can take literally any text message right now that may or may not be suspicious. It's not, but I could, and screenshot it to the point where you don't see the date. And I could screenshot, be like, oh my God, this person's lying. The fact that this is, whether she's lying or not, I personally think it's really weird that he cuts off the first part of this message, whoever this person is. Where is the date on this white box that has all of her prices? If you really wanted to take her down, you would screenshot that whole thing, which would have a date, just like this one has a date of April 9th, that would say April 7th. Here are my prices. And then you would screenshot the rest of the message and it's set there. You can screenshot twice, people. It's really, if you click once and then you scroll and you click again, it's really suspicious in my personal opinion. It's really suspicious that he's got that cut off.
Chat, for those of you who have Telegram, is Nala Ray with the rose and the check mark her real account? Because I have no idea.
I mean, it might be. I mean, it's got the check mark, so, Twitter's the same way, so we'll go with it. But I just think it's weird. Like, if I was to take down this biatch, if I was going to be a snitch, okay, you're going to go snitches get stitches full blown, okay? And I'm going to screenshot that whole message. Listen, I'm a girl. My past, I've done it, okay? I know how to do this. You screenshot the whole message with the date and time it was sent originally, and then you screenshot any replies that are relevant.
Okay.
And you go, here you go. I don't know.
Frog says keep playing the video.
Oh, April 9th. So that was yesterday.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, so that's the
That's fine. The response.
the menu.
Oh.
Yep. And then
Let's see.
here you can see the menu. Preview.
I still see no
$5.
date.
Pack for 10, 8 videos and 8 pics. Basic pack, $15, 11 videos and 11 pics. Sexting for 25 minutes.
Okay.
Regular pack, $30, 8
I'm just
pics,
fast forwarding because he's
3,
reading.
I'm like, I
genital
still see
rating,
no
5
date,
is crazy
though.
and unstoppable. She actually
Oh, and she's on her husband's account. I found her husband's Instagram. So I could show you. It's the
that's hilarious.
yeah, this
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Go ahead.
I mean, you guys get the point. I mean, it's yeah.
So why do you think they
like
just
girls
eat this
sweater.
shit up every single time, no matter how much evidence they're shown to the contrary?
Oh wow, that was a
Where's
great
the
question.
date?
And the reason why they're eating it up is because Nala actually gave us a preview into the logic as to why people love what is going on with her.
Let me see if they do anything else here with screenshots.
Oh, even frog fight. Yes, I've won over frog fight. Just a smidge. I'll take
Doesn't
it.
look like there's any more screenshots, but hey, something to think about. I guess now that my world has broken and I know Telegram is a real thing.
It's not. I mean, at least they weren't. Here's the thing, okay? If you have, God, how am I going to do this without documents?
No, guys, that was a picture. It wasn't
It's
a screenshot.
picture
I'll
of
defend-
the phone.
Yeah, it's a picture
It's
of the
picture
phone.
of the phone with those messages. It's not a video, because if it was a video, we would be scrolling. It's a picture
So
of
you
the
see the
phone with the
mouse.
messages, and that's what I'm saying, right? So the date on there is April 9th, where this person, whoever this person is, I don't know if it's the guy in talking to Pearl, I don't care. On April 9th was like, oh, is this the real Nala Ray? And she's like, yeah, it's me. You know, congratulations. Here's my number, whatever. And he's like, but I thought you were a Christian. And she doesn't respond. I wouldn't respond either. Like, oh my God, she's got to be so sick of it by now. But we don't know when the original message was shared. That white long message, and even when Pearl made it bigger on her stream, which we just watched, there was still no date. Show me that date, and then I will reconsider my opinion. But right now, this tells me nothing. There's no date. When was this sent? You can respond at any point. She could have sent that to this guy months ago, could have, 3 days ago, 3 weeks ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, and he's just now opening it. And it's like on April 9th, ew, is it the real Nala Ray? Do you see where I'm going with this? That's where I'm going with this. Where is the date where that original message was sent? That's what I would like to know. And then you want to take her down, that would take her down. So if that message with her prices was sent April 8th, April 7th, whatever, after the date she got baptized and turned to Christ, which was in December, I think, then that would take her down. Why hide it? I'm just curious. That's all. Anyway, goodbye. I'm done. That's my rant.
I'm sure there's going to be more. I say we want the documents. We don't need the documents. We're just being nosy people at this point.
Mhm.
So, and I think it can bring an idea. Chat was right. Why did she respond? What was the need for it? If this is indeed the real Nala, I don't know. Who knows? Still processing Telegram. So
I am assuming it is Wait, Brendan, it is intentionally hidden. If I want to wreck a bitch, listen, and I'm about to bring out my hood. If I want to wreck a bitch, I'm screenshotting the dates, the times, and all of the messages. I've done it.
It's not about screenshots. It's screen videoing. You can't doctor
Well, that too. But if you don't want to go that far, if you screenshot everything, give me a date. Give me a date. When did she send that? Was it in December, and in April you decided to message and be like, hey, is this the real Nala Ray? And she's like, yeah. And she has no idea what she sent out. She may have deleted all the messages. I know when I'm on Facebook Messenger, and I don't know if Telegram works the same way. I don't have it. But on Facebook Messenger, if you delete your messages with somebody and they message you randomly months, years, days later, it comes up as just the message, depending on how you do it. You delete it completely. If you archive it, it's different. But if you delete it completely, it'll just come up as that brand new message. So it could have been a brand new message that said, hey, is this Nala Ray? And she's like, yeah. I don't know. We don't know. That's where I have a problem with this. Yeah, you should have done a screen record, the whole thing. You cropped it intentionally. It's cut off.
Mhm.
Period. It
I
just
also
is.
think
It just
showing
period.
receipts is low energy. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, you
Depending
shouldn't
on
be showing receipts of people. I mean, I guess for them, they just wanted to take her down, but I don't know.
Yeah. And that's
Skeptical,
like, listen.
but I think that it's fair to say if this is really her, then why respond at all? She should have just closed that.
Yeah. And I don't have Telegram, so I don't know. Again, I don't know if when you delete, like maybe she deleted all messages. I'm just playing advocate here. A what if you delete all the messages in a lot of cases, and people, like, if you go into right now to all your text messages and you delete them all, and so and so texts you in a couple of days, that's the first and only message that's going to pop up, right? Is this the real Nala Reyes account? And you're going to be like, yeah, this is me. Okay. And then the next thing, forgetting months ago, that you sent out this price list. I don't know. I'm just saying that it's possible. I'm just saying it's possible. And the fact that the date was cropped out, they were very careful to leave in the April 9th date. Oh, well, this was April 9th. I responded on April 9th and she responded to me. Ooh, suspicious. But you were very careful to cut out the date where the original message was sent. And I would like to know what the original date was. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm not, well.
Well, then you have to say that you're wrong, or right. Darian for $9.99 says, in the same video, Nala's at an event for her corn management company, still talking about her corn career, and that was in January, 1 month after her baptism. Proof is there. You don't have to super chat, Darian. If you can give me a timestamp, I don't really have time to scan the video. So yeah, but thank you. I appreciate it. This is giving good conversation here, and I appreciate that.
Single Guy Cooking also has a point, and again, technically she has to respond if she is inquired. She has a business inquiry, which is probably what this telegram is, most likely. She has to respond to it as a business manager. That's fair. And I would also say that about the super chat you just read. Contracts, you can't exactly back out. I wasn't there. I don't know what she talked about at this convention.
So at 20,
you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you guys are so quick to be so nasty to this girl, which I get and I understand, but at the same time, take a step backwards. Look at the overall. If you have a contract, you can't just back out of a contract. I mean, you could, but is it worth it? Look at John, what's his bucket with the Steven Crowder thing? He had a whole NDA.
Well, it depends on the contract and depends.
Right. That's my point. You don't know what the contract she signed was. It's a contract. Did she have to uphold it? I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what the contract says. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway.
And yes, Ginger Adventure for $2. The hair is 100% fake.
Well,
I trust you. I trust you, Ginger Adventures. Okay, so stop present. Let's see if this is something.
How are you? It's a new year,
listen, I'm fucking ready for the ups, the downs, the sadness, the happiness, the joy that's coming. I'm so looking forward to this. Every year is a brand new year to start, not even start fresh, but just go off of what you've already built, So I'm just so excited. And
okay, I guess. Well, I kind of want to.
You know what? For all of our viewers that are not familiar with who you are, please just let us know your name and your social handles.
My name is Nala Ray, everybody. I'm the Ahego Queen. You can find me on Instagram at fitness_Nala. My Twitter is fitnessnala. I'm the queen. Just that.
The queen.
The queen.
The top tier.
Top tier.
So let us know why you're top tier.
I feel like everything that I do blows up. I have a niche in the system, and I feel like I'm exploiting everything that I'm doing to the highest level possible. So yeah.
So you know what? You have the best energy and this beautiful array around you.
Thank you.
How did you get connected to Creator Zine?
So I met Andy 2 years ago. We connected over literally a watch. I was wearing a Rolex. He owns very beautiful watches, and he complimented me in that. And I was like, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about, knows his business. And then from there, we became extreme business partners, and we've just like grown together as like partners. So Andy's helped me in every endeavor that I've taken on. He's also been my mentor, just there for me through everything. And I'm so thankful for Andrew.
Well, you know what? We want to know what we can look out for from you in the new year.
Okay.
Wow, so much. You guys, I don't even have one answer for that. I feel like everything that I'm doing is just going to blow up. I'm doing fight training, weapons
She's not
training,
wrong.
gymnastics. I'm literally learning Japanese. I'm here to just like blow up. I want to entertain my crowd beyond any other creator that's here, that is in this world. I'm just here to just like blow your fucking minds.
But we can't wait for our minds to be blown in
I'm ready,
2024
mama.
by you.
Okay. I will say this. She does sound a little annoying, but I
I
don't
was
think
gonna say,
that
yeah, it's annoying. Yeah.
this doesn't necessarily mean that she's still doing OF. She
Mhm.
didn't mention it. She only mentioned her Instagram and Twitter, if I remember correctly. And that she was gonna blow your mind, whatever that means, and blow up. So I mean, she was right about that.
Yep.
BB.
But yeah, no, she didn't mention the OnlyFans at all. She mentioned her Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah. So I
Which,
mean,
you know, last
is that
year she would have
proof?
been like, I'm on OnlyFans.
Is it
I don't know
not?
that it's proof, but I think it's a good, what's a word? What's the word I'm looking for? Sign? No. Thing is the word. I think it's a good thing. She could have been like, I'm on OnlyFans, which is probably what she said last year. Yeah,
I don't
whatever.
know. I don't follow her that closely.
I don't know either. I don't know.
Oh God. But let's
don't
just
know.
finish off the video and then we'll change topics. Everyone wants us to change the topics. So
end here. I would just be very, very careful.
I like this version of her
on
more.
who you're calling out and for what you believe in. Because I gotta say, I'm looking at the fruits of the spirit and I'm not seeing it. I'm really not. And I am praying heavily for you. And when I mean that, it's not condemnation. It is literally that you find Christ's love in your heart and that he meets you where you are and that he helps you to understand.
Okay.
It literally makes me want to cry because absolutely no one is. But getting to know Christ.
Okay. It sounds like the same Bible
Yeah.
stuff. Getting to know Christ, et cetera, et cetera. I want you to feel good. Okay. Yeah. We're done with the video. Sorry, sorry,
Girl's
chat.
like, I'm over it.
I needed
I'm
to
over it.
read her persona because I did not like her energetic in the crowd. And like I said, with her profile, she can still be the Juego Queen. That's fine. She's very good at doing it.
I mean, she is, honestly, because that's what people, I mean,
Know her
those of
full-
us who don't subscribe to her OnlyFans, like, that's what she's known for, and she looks great. Like, honestly, I mean this sincerely, she looks great doing it. I look like a R word, but
Yeah.
she looks great doing it. But that's what she's known for. For people who don't subscribe to her stuff, like, obviously, people who do are going to know her for other things, but those of us who don't know her as the queen, you know, so that
Okay.
makes sense.
And before we put this topic to bed, Darian Murphy for 999, she's referencing what she's been doing for the last 2 years. I thought it was what she was doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the question was for this year. Literally said 2024, but
And continuing to do that, which is corn, and her management company is a corn company. She never referred to the corn company or corn directly. I mean, maybe she meant it indirectly, and we're being both very dense, but she didn't directly. So we can't put words in her mouth. Didn't sound like she repented? No. To be excited and energetic doesn't mean that you are still doing corn. I think we're conflating two different things together at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, and
I'm
also
trying to look at it at unbiased. Okay, I'm trying.
yeah, and also you don't have to repent in front of everybody. As long as you repent in front of Jesus and God, that's that. You don't have to go out and be like, I repent my sin. I mean, you can, but you don't have to. You have a conversation with our Lord and you repent and you change your behavior which shows that you have repented truly, right? These are all little things that add up, okay? And also her management company, listen, she got baptized, if I remember right, she got baptized in December, something. This event that we just watched was in January. Do you know, and I'm not saying she did, but I'm just putting another perspective. You can't just drop your management company willy-nilly. That takes time. That takes contracts, removing contracts, finding somebody else. Like, you can't just walk in like, I know the movies make it seem that way. You walk in and be like, you're fired, bye-bye. No, there's paperwork involved. Okay, so I don't know how close these were to each other. Again, playing advocate here, there's a lot of people jumping on certain things, which is fine. I get where you're coming from, but also there's a business aspect of it too. She most likely had a contract to be at this event. Whether she still wanted to or not, we're not in her head. I will never know. She didn't mention her OnlyFans once. She talked about only her Twitter and Instagram. She was talking about 2024, not years prior. That's what the interviewer asked her. Yes, she was most likely under the same management. You are correct, because this had only been a month tops, maybe. You can't just drop people willy-nilly. It's not how it works in the real world. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and I don't know if she ever dropped them. I've not looked into it that deep, but my point is that you can't just walk in one day and be like, you're fired. No, because when you hire management companies, you also sign contracts with them. So you have to get out of those contracts. You have to negotiate with different contracts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. I'm not business savvy, but I know that there's a lot more involved than like they do when Meryl Streep walked into The Devil Wears Prada and was like, you're all fired, goodbye. You know? No, that's not how it works. So just some things to consider. That's all. Some things to consider. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to hide that.
I'm looking at Creators Inc. and it's not specifically corn.
Oh.
It is a social media it is a media company for influencer creators and celebrities. So
okay, like a content creator situation.
Content. So it obviously includes corn, but
yeah.
Look at their clients. I'm just trying to find that list of clients.
It definitely includes it for sure. Hi, Mike. Hello.
Creators Inc. I'm trying to find the client list and I can't find. I guess it's private. Join our dynamic team.
Oh. Apply. I have feet pics. Will you take me?
I'm trying to find a list of popular clients and I cannot. So
I mean, it may be. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't know.
I'm looking at their Instagram and it looks like there's some men there as well. Some older men. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me. I don't know. Tell me if all of them are corn or not. It doesn't specifically say. So we know at least one. We know at least one.
Corn.
Okay. So there we go. All right. Okay. No more on this topic. We're done with this.
Done. Sorry.
Now, we're going to do a reset. This video that I had, it was just.
See, this is why I was like, you should put that in the middle.
I just thought this was funny because I always feel bad, but I always like these sort of things. Smash or pass?
Oh, I love smash or pass. Oh dear God. No. What is that?
Right? I'm like, that booty is definitely not real. Chat, 1 for smash, 2 for pass. That is like so scary how big that is.
She's so little. No, sister. What are you doing?
You think that's AI?
Kardashian's gone wrong. That's what that is. That's not AI. That's entirely too many BBLs. Although I don't know where exactly she got the fat to put in her butt, but maybe her waist because it's so tiny.
Well, look how big her calves are. So I think she actually was a big girl at some point. Right? Like you can't.
I mean, yeah, could be. Yeah. They're thick, but without the muscle. So that would make sense. That's how you know.
JP. Smash wouldn't tell anyone.
Yes, you would, but you wouldn't describe her completely. You'd be like, oh, yeah, she had a fat ass, bro.
You're killing me. Oh my God, Becky.
Look at her.
Oh my God. Oh, now I kind of want to bring that up since someone's who was it about the plane? Did I message you?
Oh,
on
I saw
Twitter
that.
about that?
Yes, you did. You sent me that. Yep.
I okay. Sorry, tangent. I thought this was a win for a plus
Huge
size for
win.
once. For
Yes.
once. Because they did the right thing. Okay. So plus size
Yeah.
passenger, plane passenger praised for refusing to give up extra seats she paid for a toddler. Plus size woman paid for 2 plane tickets, but a mother asked to squeeze into one. So I mean, the title says it all. I think that that's a win. You are very self-aware. You know, I understand. I buy 2 tickets, but mama, you could have bought a ticket for your child, but you decided, oh, they're under 2 years old. I'm going to have them fly for free on my lap.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you were like, oh, wait, a toddler on my lap for however many hours is a bad idea, which honestly is probably a bad idea. I don't have a toddler, but I can only imagine. Yeah, this is a huge win for the larger
For this person, woman.
She did everything right. She bought the second seat. She may not have wanted to, but she did so that she could be comfortable. Kudos to her. We're always complaining about these people. Be like, well, buy a second seat. Yell, whatever, insert insult here kind of thing. And kudos to her. She did the right thing. Well done. And the mom is 100% in the right. Or the wrong.
I do think that there are sometimes parents that think that they deserve different treatment, preferential treatment because they have a kid, which, you know, sure, I'll let you go to the bathroom first for your child, but I'm not going to let you, when you could have bought a seat for your kid, sit in my seat I paid for. Are you paying me for my seat? Give me the whatever $100.
McFly. Failure to plan on your part does not constitute an emergency or obligation on my part. Amen, my brother. Well done. Well said. Well said.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. These parents with these kids, and this is not the first time I've seen this. Can we sit together? No. You knew you were flying, and it's always, well, not always, but the majority of the time it's the cheap airlines, Spirit, Frontier, you know, those kind of airlines, JetBlue, like those kind of airlines, Allegiant. And they're like, well, we just wanted to sit together. Well, then you should have paid for it because it's always a 50-50 shot, 60-40 shot on those cheaper airlines. You're not going to sit together, even though you booked the tickets together. That's how it is.
Yeah.
If you know that you cannot be separated from your child for whatever reason, then you need to pay for that extra seat, just like this woman she'd probably go to the gym, but kudos to her for trying. She booked her extra seat like she's supposed to. Kudos. Amen. Heck yeah. Okay. She tried. She did what she needed to do. You didn't do what you needed to do, and that's on you.
And that's the consequence, you know? Yep. Mic drop. She won. I would love this, Sean. Airfare should be $1 or whatever it is per pound.
$1 a pound.
Because this is super base because in Asia, at least in Vietnam, you pay per size. So the bigger clothing you buy, you actually get more fabric, more thread. It costs more to make. So of course you should pay more. And that's why I always thought, I would be all for this, but this would never happen in America.
No, which is a bummer because in America, the ironic part about that is America has the most obese people in the world. Like we're the fattest country in the whole world, and we don't pay extra for our clothes that are larger. It's wild to me. I don't know why. I don't know why.
So good on you, lady, for doing your thing. I love it.
Well done.
Well done. Parents, you need to stop thinking that you own the world.
Who run the world? Not you.
I remember sending it to her this morning. I'm like, yeah.
Who run the world? Not you, mom.
The plus size woman won this for the first time that at least I was aware of in the news. So
yes, well done to her. Well done. Kudos. To her.
kudos.
Kudos.
All right, so back to serious things because we're obviously super serious over here on this side of the internet. This video caught my eye not for because of the content, but I actually saw a reply to the video, and we can start with a reply, I suppose. So Lauren Southern made a video, and so I saw this and I was like, oh my God, this person is so freaking rude. I always thought you were a smart, well-meaning girl, but then you ruined your life by having a mixed race child. Why does that have to be mixed race? For one, why bring that up? Despite plenty of opportunities to partner with a good quality white man, racist. No one on the right I know hates women.
That's
we just
not
don't
true.
trust them to make important life decisions. And you've proven us right. So that's the reason this video caught my eye. Okay, it's not even for the video in itself, but I did watch the video. I don't even think Ryan would say anything that downright mean. I mean, he says a lot of not
Maybe not that bluntly, but it'd be in between the lines. Single guy cooking is not entirely wrong. It would be in between the lines. He'd be more classy about it. Classy, is that the right word? Yeah, subtle. I don't know.
I don't know if it was a dude or a woman. Alba seems to be a girl's name in my opinion, but
yeah, but it's also a picture of First of all, Mel Gibson would whack you a new one with that. Like, settle down. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. He's got a picture of Mel Gibson as in Braveheart as his profile picture. That's a guy.
Frog's like, that's a leftist trying to pretend to dog whistle as a right wing. You can tell.
Could be.
Who knows? I mean, I've seen a picture of her kid, and I don't think the kid looks mixed race, right?
Russ says Alba means white. Does it really? It does. Oh wait, where are you? Albedo or Albion? I'm so sorry. Named for the White Cliffs of Dover.
Oh.
So he's basically, his username is White Rising.
Wow. McFly says it actually might be legit. They capitalized white, probably a leftist though. Yeah, like Lance, I thought it was white, but who knows? But anyway, so I was like, okay, now I have to watch this vid. And this made me think about how we see a lot of conservatives fighting with Red Pill, fighting with Manosphere. And it just seems that the polar opposite, or what you think would be on like the same side, fighting with each other. And Lauren, I feel like people know she's gone through a certain situation. She's been very public about it on her end. If you want to watch about that, go to her channel where she can explain it. But she has gone through a lot, obviously, with a divorce. And so she has opinions that her experience is reflected in that. So
before you start this video, though, can we just talk about, maybe this is an end of the conversation to lighten up, so we may have to circle back, but what is the hair? Like, I thought we left those chunky blonde stripes back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Let's not get catty now about hair, okay, Tom?
I was like, I'm sorry, are we in 2001? What is going on here?
Hey, I have 2015 hair right now, and I don't mind it. It's all good, okay?
What's happening? You sent me this in the DMs. That was the first thing I noticed, and I watched the video with no sound because I was like, I'm sorry, what year is it? And I'm not hating because we all had the blonde, all us white curls. Okay, let me rephrase. Had the blonde tiger chunky stripe, and it was awful. And we all looked so ridiculous. So I'm glad that's making a comeback. I didn't realize it was, so kudos. And then I finally watched it with sound, and I was like, I'm still distracted by the hair. Are we in 2002? I have so many questions. Do we go backwards? I mean, I'm here for it, okay? I am here for it because I have a whole Target pair of jeans that's like the flared bottoms that drag in the water because I'm too short kind of thing. I'm not judging, but I have questions. When did we go back? She looks great.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's true. We're conflating
They
red
do?
pill versus right wing.
Question
I
mark?
don't know. It just, I think when it comes to
think
the
they do.
internet, there are perceptions, and some people say yes, and some people say no. Up to you what you
Don't-
want to think. I think they're
don't
all
they call
separate, but
themselves
people- Pardon?
Don't they call themselves right wing? No. Conservative? I thought
Maybe
I
so.
thought they called themselves that. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a
so.
perception thing. No.
Either way. So Lauren says the right used to hate backwards women, hating ideologies like Islam. Now many red pill influencers are embracing it. Apparently, all it takes is a couple extra dollars to support the cultural decimation they used to warn about. Pathetic. Might not have used the word pathetic, but I can see what she is saying.
It took me a minute to understand what she was saying. I was like, what is she talking about? But no, I don't think she's wrong.
Yeah. So let's go.
We're supposed to be better than this. We used to lambast societies where women couldn't vote or get educated. And now these influencers see that shit and think, yes, perfect. Burqas for everyone, multiple wives, all of them illiterate. I don't want to be able to have a conversation with a single woman.
Does that sound familiar?
Sounds like I'm watching an episode of Fresh and Fit. Okay, I'm sorry. That was catty.
I mean, not a burqa. I don't think they've ever said like you need to wear a burqa, but
no,
or
I'm
being
pretty sure
illiterate.
Myron has. I'm
Has
pretty
he?
sure Myron has because he's Muslim, so you know. I'm pretty sure he has.
I will say that we'll call them the extremists when it comes to religion. Extremists are dangerous no matter which one, because it's like either you change or you are the enemy type of behavior. And I don't like that because like as much as Buddhism isn't like super crazy popular, there's a lot that you can learn about tolerance and just, you know, if people don't want to listen, that's fine. If people want to listen, great. And we can share things and hopefully be morally better and better society. But if not, then you do you, I'll do me over here.
Yeah. You know what the ironic part is people forget this about Christianity, but Jesus said that too. I don't remember the exact quote, but there was a part where he was like, listen, you spread the word. If people want to listen, then continue like spreading it. If they don't want to listen, then walk away. It's not your job to like basically hold them down and force them to hear. You know what I mean? Same kind of thing. People forget that, but
yeah.
Anyway.
Jason Webster for Five Australian says spent the last 2 hours of the flight from Brisbane to Honolulu. Excuse me, where are you going? Honolulu with a beautiful young woman. I didn't know, having falling asleep on my right shoulder. Did you get her number, Jason?
Jason, I've seen this rom-com and ends well. I
hope you have a wonderful vacation. Did you get her number? Are you guys staying at the same hotel? Is this kismet? Please let us know, Jason. Thank you. I felt like how Nala was on the whatever red carpet at Content Inc. Creator Inc. Oh God. But okay, Damien, I hear you. I see you. But is it false what she's saying?
No.
Is it false? Because if it's false, then yeah, we'll call it out as it is. But not all, but some, maybe specific ones, have said certain things like this. I'm thinking about one. But anyways.
Love it. And the reason our society is better and why myself and so many others defended the West back in the day is because everyone was educated, men and women. Women literally educate our children. We get dumber men when women aren't educated.
Now, I do have to say I disagree with that because I think the whole idea that Western culture was better was the freedom aspect.
That's what I always thought. Was that you could
Don't get me wrong.
the whole point, well, at least in America, and I don't know you know, I mean, the West is also considered like Canada and I mean, it's considered both. So I don't know what you grew up with. I know your parents moved to Canada and they were able to experience a way freer life than where they were. But the ideals of America, speaking as an American, like the whole idea of America specifically was you can come here no matter where you are from and better yourself as a human being. And you don't have any restrictions. I mean, other than like, don't unalive somebody. Okay. Everybody can agree that that's morally wrong, you know, kind of thing. But you can become a doctor. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like you, the American dream, quote unquote, you know, I don't know if Canadians have like a Canadian dream version, but that was the whole point. So yeah, that was a point of Western civilization. Like we made our own decisions and we weren't going to be ruled by your ridiculousness, and you can come here and be what you wanted, kind of thing. I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah. I definitely feel your sentiment on that. I think also the idea that, like, we'll say my parents, foreign people coming here, trying to provide your kid a better life. You know, I reflect on what I've seen my family in Vietnam, what they lived with, and then what they see on TV, the white picket fence, a home, having your own bedroom. Okay. That is not something people go through their whole life. One of my families, 10 people, one house, 2 beds. 2 beds in the same room. So you tell me that this whole American dream thing is based in education? No, I think it's based in freedom and having access to things like housing and cleaner water. I don't know.
We'll be able to make your own decisions too, because there are so many countries out there still to this day. I mean, Vietnam, obviously Korea, China to a certain point, like a lot of the Asian countries off the top of my head. Oh, Russia, the East, that whole block. They come here for they come here for the freedom, because you can't do anything back home. If you breathe wrong, it's a problem in a lot of countries, you know, overseas to us. And that was where America was so great. It was like, listen, you can come here.
So true. My aunt was so afraid to go back to Vietnam because of communism.
Right, exactly. Venezuela is a huge one. Portugal. My great grandparents fled Portugal. There was a whole war going on. I think it was the Portuguese and the Spanish. Anyway, but it was a bazillion years ago, and they fled to America. They changed their names because they couldn't pronounce them right here in America, and they changed their names to be more palatable, and they did so well here. There are so many people that are just longing for that, like, safety aspect of it. At the end of the day, it's even education, freedom, all that. Yeah, that's great, but it's a safety thing. America is safe, or was safe. You could come here and not have to worry about looking over your shoulder, about looking around you, about, oh, what do you mean? I can say the president is ridiculous and I don't like his politics. What do you mean? In a lot of other countries, you will literally get killed for that. It's wild. So America was ironically a safe
back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, maybe 2000.
Yeah, a safe space, ironically, you know. So
now we got snowflakes. Anyways.
And this is the reason everyone wants to come to our society, because it is more intelligent, more literate. People are more capable of engaging and building community. Women and men who are higher educated, way less likely to divorce, way less likely. And that family unit, so integral. And yet we want to go back in time instead, go back to the Stone Age, to the values of the people who are literally escaping those countries to come here because it's created such shit cultures.
I also don't want to crap on a culture either, because I think that even if Vietnam, communism and all, has some good culture in there. Okay.
I don't agree with her on this statement either. I watched it when you sent it to me, and I'm watching it again, and I'm like, It says whatever she's showing, more men and women who are educated are less likely to divorce. I don't know that that's true, especially on the women's side.
You know what? I would love a longitudinal study on, like, across many different studies. So if you can collect all that data and compile it together, I would like to see if there's a way to, figure out if it actually is education or if it's just this one study. I would like to see I know Lauren is very well researched. Okay. She is very well researched. I'll give her that. I believe her in that she said that she found a study. I would like to read the study myself.
Yeah, and what is that study? Because everything we've seen, hello, Teresa, Ms. Martin Muses. I wonder where is that study come from? Because everything we've seen, as flawed as they all are, everything we've seen, even like the Daily Wire has talked about it, whereas women specifically who are educated, college educated, are more likely as a general rule to divorce. So what is this study? I want to know what this is. College grads are less likely to be single or divorced. Says who? Says why? Says where? Says in what circumstances? I have questions.
Well, we can pull it up.
I have questions.
Let's pull it up. Well, let's do it. We're going on an adventure, guys. All right. So this is by Alexander, no last name. This is the U.S. Census Bureau and Bureau of Labor Statistics have released the joint annual data set by the Current Population Survey of Americans. And here's analysis of the data. Okay. Education predicts marriage, divorce, and singlehood. So that's their theory there. First, the data group. Okay. So we're looking at this here. Let's zoom in. I love charts here. So this is talking about women of 28 to 40, men 28 to 40, their education and where they fall if they're divorced, single, or widowed. I don't even want to bother with widowed. So lower education, the least below high school has interesting. Okay. So the way they put the study. Oh, wait, this is in percentages here. Interesting. So I guess the rest are just still married, right? Or in a relationship. So it is showing that the higher the degree, the less incidences of divorces. Now, I will say, when it comes to percentages and averages, you might need actual numbers for that. Because how many people are PhD and professors? So something to think about, the way the data is portrayed here, comparing to male, female, and I guess when you put it all together. I will say, it does show it. Well, and then this is the thing, Bean. It's a percentage. It doesn't show the number. I want the overall number. So this is with the older group, 41 to 55. Same thing. It is showing in percentages. There is less divorce the higher the education. Although it does show as it slightly increases for females for the some college or 2-year degree and then tapers lower there. So it actually, that statement in itself isn't true that the more educated you are, the less likely for divorce. It's either the more educated or the less educated you are as a female, the less likely you are for divorce. Just based on this.
Did I just hear you confirm that more educated women are most likely to get a divorce?
Or sorry, less likely. I said that wrong.
Man.
I'm saying here 40
less?
So below and high school and more educated are less likely to get divorced here.
I don't know that I believe that.
Being the sample size, it's using the census data, so I wouldn't worry about that. That's something that after reading that, it's not the sample size that worries me. It's the analysis of the information. So they bring up the manosphere. The wall, a meme of the manosphere that roughly asserts women become undesirable around the age of 30.
I am undesirable. That is true. That is facts. I'll agree with it.
Here are the singleness of men and women by age group, which lowers as you get older. Makes sense.
You know what I always wonder in these? Okay, now hear me out. I'm not saying this to argue, but do you know the definition of single, like the common definition of single, has changed?
It's
and
unmarried, technically.
technically it's unmarried, right? So like I am single. I'm not. I'm in a relationship, but I am single because I'm not married. So how much of these, I just have wondered this lately, and how much of these modern surveys, statistics, whatever, are based on the old definition of single, where it's like, yeah, I'm not married, so I'm single, or if it's like, I'm not in a relationship, therefore I'm single. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if that's changed at all. Like if the people who do the charts and the surveys and the questions and whatever you want to call them, if they have adapted and changed, so they're literally asking people who aren't in any relationship at all whatsoever, or if they're also continuing the old definition of asking women and men who are in a relationship but are not married, which technically is single. Do you know what I mean? I always wondered that. That has crossed my mind in the last few years or so.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how many of these people are actually in relationships or are not? You know what I mean? Because the definition has changed. You know, the cultural definition has changed. So I don't know.
I'm sure if this is a proper paper, which it doesn't look like it's a proper paper, like scientific paper, which is fine. You know, you can still have analyses of stuff, but it does make references to other papers. So it is researched. I would have to read this through a bit more, but I don't know. I am saying that I don't know if I 100% believe just one paper. Okay. I need to see multiple papers. And it depends on how you analyze the data. You know, someone brought up in the chat, what about remarriages? Is that counted?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So
less like, and again, why college grads are less likely to be single or divorced. Okay, have they ever never been married? So therefore they've never been divorced. Less likely to be single. Are they in relationships and they are not single, or are they really in relationships and you consider them single because they have never been married? I have questions.
yeah. And
you can't get divorced if you never get married. You know what I mean?
Oh wait, where'd it go? Hokey, sorry. Hokey says if it's based on census data, it would have to be not married, I would be thinking.
You
and
would
I agree
think,
with you,
right? Yeah.
I mean the census, I don't do the census in America, so I have no idea.
I mean, if they're doing their job, then yes, the technicality of it would be, oh, you're in a relationship, but you're not married. That means you're single. And they would clarify. However, all the census takers, well, not all, but I would go on a limb and say the majority of census takers are starting to get really old and retire and or die off. And so it's a bunch of young people my age and maybe in their like 40s to 50s who think single means I'm not in a relationship. I'm single as a Pringle kind of thing. And so it may be skewed. But nobody knows for sure.
I don't know. I never filled out one. Oh, I filled out one for Canada, actually. Two for
I've
Canada.
never filled out one either. I always put single though, because I'm not married. Duke. I'm just saying.
She's getting feisty, this one. All right, Sid. That is true, Frog. You can prove anything with stats. Just have to manipulate the data, which is why I don't like percentages on the charts. So I would rather have both percentages as well as total numbers because you are not displaying the data at its fullest. And that's why it's not a peer-reviewed journal.
65% of statistics are made up. And I know that because I just made up that number.
Huh?
You've never heard that before? It changes every time. It's like 65% of statistics are made up.
Oh.
And we just made up that number. 60.
Oh, it's a joke. I thought you were being serious. And I was like,
no.
That makes no sense.
Holocron gets me. Holocron understands. I can't remember what movie that was from, though.
I know I'm not an expert in stats, but that makes no sense.
There is a number, or there is a movie where somebody says that, and I can't think of the movie now. Somebody in the chat will probably remember, but it's like 60% of the time, it works every time. Yeah. And there's like 65% of statistics are made up, and you're like, wait a minute.
My like super scientific hat on, and I was just like, yeah, this girl's You think you saw it in my face?
Wait. Songs were just peer reviewed.
Well, that happened.
Chat agreed with me. It's fine. It's all right. It's okay. You got to be careful when you're making numbers jokes to Asians. Okay, they're very smart. They understand.
Because I was gonna be like, "You're a liar."
The next time I say it, I may be like, 90% of statistics are made up.
All right, let's
Okay,
see
I'm
what else Lauren has to
We're
say.
derailing again. I'm sorry.
It's so integral, and yet we want to go back. Boys, they did this, and now you've from them about the sexism of young British boys. They did this, and now you've got all of these new influencers on the right that say I've changed. I've become some sort of feminazi now, that I shouldn't be critiquing any of this, that I shouldn't even be online at all, commenting on politics whatsoever. Let me tell you right now, I have not changed on this subject one bit. Not one bit. But what has changed is there has been an influx of new demographics with intolerant ideologies who right-wing influencers are trying to appeal to.
I didn't follow her, so I don't know if her opinions on this has changed. So maybe the chat can elucidate that.
I really don't know what she's rambling about. Like I can surmise that she is talking about like the red pill manosphere people, but I have
she's definitely talking about them. She's going to give examples in a moment.
What is she talking about? I feel like okay. Anyway, all right, let's go.
Yeah, because there's just as much money in mass migration to be made from the left as there is in the right, and they want to make sure that money's making its way around to everyone, including themselves.
I mean, I guess that sounds like facts, including us. Hi.
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 Also, Lauren, in all seriousness, I don't mean this in a judgy way. I have questions. Is the blonde streak thing back in style? Because I would like to do it if it is. I never did get to do it as a teenager. I was in high school. It was popular. It would probably look terrible. I look terrible as a blonde. We've tried the blonde thing. It didn't go well. But I would like that, like the big chunky tiger stripes. Is this back in style?
Oh my God. I feel like Tugs is like checked out of the video. It's just like, I want this hair.
She looks great. She really does look fabulous. And I honestly didn't know it was two completely different colors like that until the camera went to this side angle. Because from the front, it looks like she's just blonde.
Oh my
anyway,
God.
I'm sorry.
I think there's money to be made on each side. That part I believe is very true. Okay.
I would agree with that.
So
for sure.
to make this clear, millions more people with different ideologies come into our countries, and that becomes millions more people to make money off of.
I don't necessarily think the foreigners are watching our YouTube content per se.
God, I hope not.
At least in great masses, maybe a percentage. And I say our content meaning like the relationship sphere.
Mm-hmm.
They might have bigger things to worry about.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yes, Hertz. Some say X-Ray has blonde roots.
Oh.
Anyway, on super chats, on events, everything. Who cares about morals? Who cares what right wing actually thought 10, 15 years ago? There is money to be made.
They're gonna have sex with any guy they want to.
You're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
Women simply just don't care too much about the bitch.
I don't know. I didn't know any of those guys at the beginning.
What the French? What?
Anyway.
Why do I recognize this guy in the hat though? Who is that? I know him.
Maybe
I've seen
someone
him
whatever podcast.
No, maybe. I know I've seen him before. All right, anyway.
I don't know.
This is a perfect example that you can be dumb as a girl and make it through like
What?
Oh.
What did you say? Fuck the woman. Fuck the woman.
If your dad cheated on your mom, how would you feel?
A lot of them like, fuck yeah, you got your money up, man. I think if you're in a serious relationship with a girl, she should not have an Instagram. That's cheating.
Men don't really need.
Wait, go back. Go back. Keep going. The boy with the F the woman. Okay, right here. Play.
Where is
right there? That is a kid.
What did you say? Fuck the woman. Fuck the woman.
If your dad cheated on your mom.
Yeah. Kids say pretty nasty things if they're gamers, though.
No, but no, he's taking a selfie with whoever that I don't know who that is. So obviously, whoever that is has said that before, and this kid is.
But that's the thing when you're an influencer.
Because he says, like, what'd you say? Fuck the woman, fuck the woman. Was that Sneak? No, that's not Sneeko. Is that Sneeko?
Yes, Nico. I didn't remember his name. Thank you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. These boys are so screwed growing up. Holy crap.
Well, not all of them, just the ones that follow him.
That was Sneeko.
Mm-hmm.
We got you, Schwalbach. Don't worry. We'll get there. I promise.
We're just enthralled in this video.
That kid was what? 13? F the woman. Oh my god. All right, anyway.
How would you feel?
I'd applaud him. I'd be like, fuck yeah, you got your money up, man. I think if you're in a serious relationship with a girl, she should not have an Instagram. That's cheating.
Men don't really need a woman.
Can't divorce, and that's not a real.
I think that both genders don't need each other. You should want to be with each other.
He was
That's my
11?
take.
Oh my god.
The kid was 11.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I think that even before hearing that kid, there has been nasty stuff that's been said that I've heard on freaking Call of Duty. So that is not the worst, okay? At least he's not saying kill, blah, 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 you know.
I think the difference...
Lobbies?
Oh, yeah. I think the difference there is, at least in my opinion, at least from what I have heard, and you may have a different experience, the Call of Duty lobbies are just like hardcore crap talking, and if you can't handle it, like, that's on you. But this kid, however old he was, like, to me at least, that sounded like he was, oh my god, Sneeko, I watch your content and I'm taking your advice to heart, which means he's basically a baby Myron. F the women, they don't deserve nothing.
I wouldn't conflate Sneeko with Myron, though.
Well, no, but that's the vibe I got off of it. That's the first thing. Instead of like, hey, yo, Sneeko, I watch your channel. Let's take a selfie. You know, you gave me great advice or whatever. He's like, oh, F the woman. You say, that's what you say, right? Fuck the woman, blah, blah. That is that's mind-blowing to me. That is mind-blowing and heartbreaking to me. That really is.
Welcome to the internet.
That's so sad to me. Like the Call of Duty, listen, I've heard some effed up crap in the Call of Duty lobbies. I've reported some things over the years, but for the most part, like, you better get ready to handle it. And if you've played or have not played Hell Let Loose, do that. Because it's the same thing, but it's a lot more like right-leaning people, and so the shit talking is even more intense. It's hilarious. But anyway, that's not the point. I've heard some effed up crap in those lobbies, and you're like, damn. And as a girl, it was my like job to absolutely wreck everybody just because they were talking crap. And that was where my challenge came from. But this kid, he's so young, and that is the mind. Oh my god. That makes me.
I don't swear online. That's another portion of it.
That just makes me sad. That makes me very sad. All right. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it might be like physically abusive.
You gotta endure.
I recently decided that women should vote.
Oh, I might like family more than you. So much I have 5.
I'm doing this for money. It's all about money to me.
I really do like that song beat that was behind it. I was like,
right? The Endure guy. We love the Endure guy.
Yeah.
That's a hot mess, that guy. What is his name?
I feel you on this. Manosphere is like a gender swap feminism. Now I'm just saying.
Yes, it's turned out that way.
I do understand the red pill and Manosphere when you don't have the anger fueling you to that level, because I think that there are some crazy women. Yeah, there are some crazy men, and it's okay to be mad at them when they have hurt you, but you can't say that to an entire gender that they suck, that they're the worst. Okay? That one person that hurt you or many persons that hurt you suck, and they're the worst. So get your head out of your butt.
Go sit on a Lego.
No, don't do that. That sounds like a hoods. All right. Okay. Jay Schwalbuck, we're finally getting to you now. Okay. For 5151, thank you so much. Says, girl, I'm back. I actually don't know if you know that. Australia was great. I hung out with a koala, kissed a kangaroo, and had the sex with a woman. It was great, especially the sex. It only took me 44 years to convince her that, oh my God, to convince her that more than 3 times a week is okay. Love you. Jay Schwalbuck, thank you so much for the super chat. I bet you are super tanned. Missed you. Hopefully we get to see each other at some point. Are you going to be in Dallas? You're going to be in Dallas. So yeah, that'd be really fun.
Okay, but so you went to Australia? Did you meet? You know what? The sole reason I want to go out to Australia is I want to go to Steve Irwin's zoo in Australia. Robert Irwin and his sister and his mom still run it, and I want to go there so bad. That's the only reason I to go to Australia, because I want to go meet Robert Irwin and tell him how much I love him and I miss his dad. That's what I want to do. I love them so much. I follow them on TikTok, and they are amazing people. They're just such good people, just like Steve was. And I would love. That's the whole reason I want to go to Australia, is to go to their like sanctuary zoo thing that they have and watch Robert Irwin get chased by the crocodile that used to chase Steve Irwin 20 years ago, 25 years ago, whatever long it's been. Yeah.
Hashtag worth it.
Hashtag worth it. His daughter's good. Yeah.
Nightmare for 5 says many conservatives are just feminists that don't want to Minecraft babies. Another reason I'm not a conservative myself, and RP is its own mess. Red pill is its own mess. Yeah, I've said this before. I'm not red pill. I'm not manosphere. I'm not a feminist. I think I'm kind of somewhere in the middle of all of that, and I like to think things logically, in the context of my own experiences and what I've seen, and and done, or had done to me. So, Jason Webster for 5 says, I'm a graduate of 1 university, 2 public colleges, and a private college, and I'm single. Well, unless that girl you met on that plane.
Oh, that's fair. But also, he just like ruined their whole
What do you mean?
Statistics. Because he's college educated and he's single. So, like, did they interview him? No. I'm just saying.
Oh no, but he's Australian. He's not American.
No, that's fair. All right, fine.
I was gonna say most of our chat is American. Did y'all get interviewed? No, I'm kidding. Did y'all do a census? Were you part of this data? You didn't even know it. But yeah, this was a fun episode. It was a bit more controversial in terms of drama than usual, but I'm here for it. I thought this was fun.
I went on all the rants. I'm so sorry. I'm not.
Yeah,
sorry.
I think Nala really got the chat against us. But I love you.
Yeah. You know what, Nala? I'm here for you, Nala. Unless you end up being, but even then, not my problem. That's God's problem. So good luck, lady.
So, Tugs, anything coming up for you?
Stream tomorrow night around 5 p.m. Central. And then I'm on vacation ish. Like Friday through next Wednesday. Something like that. Because Duke's mom and his little brother are coming into town. So yeah, you won't see me for like a good 4 or 5 days. But tomorrow it's going down. Tomorrow.
Cool.
I got nothing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, chat. We still love you guys too. I think that having debates are very healthy between friends, and we do not have to have the same opinions in order to be friends. So,
and you guys are the best, because unlike other people I've seen on the internet, you have different opinions and you're still here. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, some of you, who knows?
I
You
mean,
can
a lot.
Us later. Don't tell us. I love you.
Don't tell me though.
So tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., I am going to be live with Mr. Porkchop for Morning Roast. Then we're going to be talking about Fallout review, as well as I'm obviously going to inject Stellar Blade because I've been obsessed with that game since. Oh, and yes, Tugs has a PO box officially.
Oh yes, I did. I forgot about that. I did get a new. I know some of you have been bugging. Well, not bugging because you don't bug me, but you've been asking. Since I moved to Texas, that's my new PO box. Have at it. Don't send me underwear though, because that was weird. I still have no idea who sent me the underwear. No idea. The fake underwear. It wasn't real underwear, but I have no idea who sent that to me.
Single guy cooking. I made the new thumbnail. It's less gay. You're welcome. I know. Okay. To put this in context, I will show you this thumbnail. It is pretty. It is pretty. The one he made was a little like I could see where ass was coming from. Okay, so this is the original first thumbnail that we had. I love Mr. Porkchop. It's an AI image. This image never existed. We never took a picture.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, and
it's cute.
Like, he looks like he's a creeper, and I'm like, no. Okay, and then this is the. Here we go. How do I? Oh, this is the new one.
I still have a bone to pick with Mr. Porkchop. He was like, "Let's schedule like regular streams," and he has yet to reach out to me. So I'm gonna have to drop like a poop in his a poop emoji in his chat, and be like, "Get it together, buddy."
This definitely looks less creepy, and I like it.
I like the other one better.
Oh, you should tell Mr. Porkchop
Hot
that
take.
when you go
Hot
yell at
take.
him. When you go yell at him. I like this thumbnail better.
What the heck, D-Day?
Any
I
dragon
just played this yesterday.
So I haven't gotten back to the game because I'm not gonna lie, Fallout New Vegas is just so good. I didn't expect to be playing it offline. That's how much I like it.
Fallout. Fun fact about Fallout. I am going to, when I get back from our staycation thing and I'm able to stream again, in the meantime, I'm going to download. So Fallout is free right now, or was yesterday, a couple days ago. Free on Game Pass on Xbox. Fallout Vegas, Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout Apocalypse, or whatever it's called. Like, there's like 4 or 5 of them that are free on Game Pass right now. And I'm like, I've never played them ever. Oh,
you'll like. I don't know about 1, 2, 3, or 4 because I didn't play it. Mr. Porkchop's having a lot of fun with 4, but I think you'll probably like 3 a lot because I've heard between all of them, it's usually New Vegas or 3 that are like the top loved.
Yeah, they're all on there. So I'm like, oh, I should download all of these.
I'm in Vault 11 right now, and the vault is like so freaking creepy. Chat that watched, y'all know what happened. I don't know yet what the twist is, but there is something weird with that vault, and I'm not okay with it.
Scary? Like, is it like a horror game like BioShock?
No. Well, there's some jumps sometimes, and you might get scared, but I don't think it's necessarily supposed to be scary. Like
I've literally never played. I know nothing about them. I just know the only thing I know about the Fallout series is that they had the Vegas one, obviously, and I was like, oh, as a Vegas connoisseur, I was like, ew, they probably got it wrong anyway. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But and the little yellow guy with the blue, like the cartoon,
Pet Boy.
Is that his name? I don't know what his name is, but I've seen him everywhere, but I've never actually played the game, so I don't know his relevance. I just have seen him everywhere.
You can do this too. You can run around in your lingerie stabbing people. It is fun. I don't recommend it because it's not good defense, but you know, and I do get scared of everything. Okay, whatever. Tugs
So
does
do I. You do too. I can't wait for you to play Don't Scream.
I know I was supposed to play it for my birthday, but because of my croaky throat,
you would have been. I died so many times of stupid stuff, like my rants earlier, just because they went up a slight octave, would have gotten me killed so many times. Like the microphone is very sensitive, and you can. So when you get the game and you open it for the first time, you can adjust the microphone. And you can adjust it. 100% is the most, at least as far as I can tell anyway, 100% is the most sensitive. So you like literally have to talk like this. Otherwise But I have my like 60 something %. And if I go above this talking voice, it triggers. It's wild.
Well, I have a feeling you are gonna hold the record compared to me. So
I got so scared. The stupid deer. Oh my god, the damn deer.
Stupid deer. So
the dead body. Yeah.
chat, I have to go pee, so we're gonna get going. I love you guys. I love you, Tugs. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being part of a good in faith conversation. Is that how people say it?
Yeah.
A good faith conversation. Sorry, the blonde's coming through. I technically dyed my hair blonde to get this purple. So having a good faith conversation and just, being able to talk and not get angry at each other. So I appreciate that. And I'm sure Tugs does too. And we're at 69. So we're going to leave it at that. Bye, everyone.
Hey!